Hello everybody and welcome back. Thanks to Will Pullen for his great mission cards, which we'll use again in today's 1000 point Brakkar Chain Genestealer Cult versus the Eldar.
Okay, these are my 1000 points of Genestealer Cult. As you're well aware, the army list is in the Codex Tyranid, so back then they didn't have an own codex, but we think it's a really potent army list with a lot of troops. If you imagine 1000 points, and you got, I think Marcus calculated just before the start of filming, 48 or so models in total. Okay, starting with the army commander, it's of course the Genestealer Patriarch, which is also a level 4 Psyker, and we bought him the Psychic Power Catalyst. So you don't have to draw cards for him, so you can buy the corresponding Tyranid Psychic Powers. Second in command, the Magus.
A model painted by yourself.
I was painted by myself.
Oh yeah.
And the Magus is also level 4 Psyker, and we have to draw the Psychic Powers, so she has to take at least one Psychic Power from the Tyranids and can then choose from the Adeptus deck. Okay, then my most vicious close combat units are of course the 6 Genestealers, which are really close combat monsters, followed by 8 hybrids. They are neophytes, so they are also rather focused on close combat. Then, last but not least, we have 3 squads, 10 men each, of Brute Brothers. Two of them, this one and this one, is carrying heavy stubber and autogun, so they're rather focused on shooting, whereas the third Brute Brothers have a guy with a flamer and carry swords, so they are rather focused on close combat. Then, as you can see on my left side, the Genestealer Cult has already raided an Imperial outpost and captured some staff from the support section, so they applied their icon on the camera, which is, I think, a really cool vehicle, especially at this point level. A lot of sustained fire and firepower, and they even get hands on a Tarantula, not with 2 twin heavy bolters as shown in the model, but it carries twin less cannons, so they are really potent against vehicles, especially as it can move and fire. Okay, and these are the 1000 points of Genestealer Cult.
Okay, and here we are with 974 points of Eldar. Thanks to Patrick from Civilian Munich for painting them. I've got a Warlock Master with a Les Pistol, a Force Sword and a Power Fist. He's got a Force Sword, as already mentioned, and an Aegis Suite. Is wearing 4+ Armored Rune Armor, and he's got a 3+ Displacer. He's the Army Commander with a Strategy level of 4, and he's a Psychic level 3. Then we've got 6 Guardians with Shuriken Catapults, and the leader has got a Power Sword. Then we've got 6 Guardians with equipped exactly the same, let's say these ones. And then we've got Guardians with less pistols and 5 Power Swords and 1 Chainsword. So these are the assault ones. And we've got 1 Warwalker with Shuriken Cannon and Heavy Plasma Gun. And we've also got 1 Viper with Shuriken Cannon and Heavy Plasma. I'm sorry, the Warwalker has got Scatter Laser and Heavy Plasma Gun. The Viper has got Shuriken Cannon and Heavy Plasma Gun. And then we've got a Dreadnought with twin Power Fists, one of them includes a flamer, the other one includes a shuriken catapult, and it's got a heavy plasma gun as well, which I seem to have liked very much back then.
A lot of firepower.
Okay, as you can see, we've deployed both of our armies. Let's start with my cards. I got expand the perimeter, which means I get some points for quarters I hold at the end of the battle without enemies who are undamaged, or I've got more than 50 or 50% or more of their strength left. My strategy card was Traitor. I rolled a 1, therefore I've got a strategy rating of 5. Alex had to start with his deployment first, and 3, unlucky I couldn't get Doom and stuff like that because I've only got a level 3 Psyker, so 3 out of the 8 Eldar psychic powers are denied to a regular Warlock, and as I don't have a Farsi, I couldn't get Doom and the other cool stuff. I ended up with Executioner, which I like, albeit it's useless against Genestealers. Then I've got Guide and Eldritch Storm. Eldritch Storm is probably worse than the one I traded it in for. So, now, at the right side, towards the center of my deployment zone, I deployed the first squad of Shooty Guardians with 1 Flamer. The Warlock is behind them, and there is 1 Viper behind the forest in order to do some pop-up attacks. Then behind, it's quite towards the center, the middle of my deployment zone, both machines, I thought they would be out of sight for the Tarantula, so the Warwalker can use his Arc of Fire to cover them with lead, the advancing Brood Brothers and the Neophytes, whereas the Dreadnought should be able to use his firepower on the Genestealers later on, and the other maybe the vehicle. Okay, then we've got the close combat squad right in front of them. If Alex succeeded in bringing his Genestealers, this would buy my 2 vehicles some time. And the second Shooty squad, the third squad in total, is towards the left flank of my deployment zone, kind of just having advanced at an Imperial Relic.
Okay. I got the mission Demoralise, also one of the new missions from the Siege of Brakkar Chain campaign. So basically, as you can see, I get points for failed break tests, fear tests and terror tests. And my strategy card was special issue, so I throw a really interesting card.
Okay.
I show you. Marcus has told me he wants to be surprised what card it is, but I can say it costs 30 points.
Okay.
So it's a rather expensive card. Let's see if it will do some useful stuff later in the battle. Okay, speaking of the battle, on top of the hill is the Brood Brothers squad with the heavy stubber. Left beside them the Neophytes, and I put a lot of stuff inside the wood because it's a high probability that Marcus starts the battle, and otherwise my whole army would be vaporized in turn 1. So I put my Tarantula, my Genestealer and my 2 characters, the Patriarch and the Magus, inside the small forest. And left beside the forest, behind the rocks, are my remaining 2 Brood Brother squads, backed up by the Chimera right behind them.
Okay, so let's roll to see who goes first.
Yeah, so Marcus has 5. I've got only 1.
No, I've got
So
7.
7, so I need a 6. No.
No.
Okay, so the Eldar will start the battle and will be back after, I think, the first turn, or at least the movement of the Eldar.
So we're back after my first movement, and as you can see, they remained inside the forest and went on Overwatch. He will do a pop-up attack, or it rather. They are on Overwatch. The 2 larger vehicles will shoot. We've already placed the to hit dice next to them, and they ran to get a little closer towards the enemy and closer to cover of this piece of terrain. I'm not sure if it was the right decision. So let's start with shooting. First of all, we do the heavy plasma gun of the Eldar Dreadnought on a 1 because of ballistic skill 6 onto your Chimera. Come on, 1+ technically, 2+ to hit. Yeah, it hit. So it's a 1.5 inch blast marker. I put the recharge marker next to it, and I've got D6 plus D10 plus 10.
But maybe you hit maybe on the side.
I'd
on
say
the
tracks and the hull from the side.
Hull and turret. You can
Okay.
go.
But only on a 4+.
On a 4+ for the
So
hull.
the tracks are hit automatically.
4+ for the hull.
No.
And 4+ for the turret.
Turret. Yes.
Okay, so turret and tracks.
So let's roll for the tracks first.
Okay.
This plus 10. That's a lot. 10, 20, 26. But you
penetrated.
probably got
You can roll for the chart.
Okay. 2.
The track is blown off. The camera moves out of control next turn and then comes to permanent hold.
Okay. But you've still got weapons.
Then the turret.
So it's a turret. Come on, baby. Oh, that's 18.
18.
Turret from the side.
Is 20. No.
Okay. So, okay, this one will go out of control. Now I've got 6 shots of the, I think it's multi-laser or scatter laser into the ones atop of the hill, but only on 4s. We agreed on giving them a -1 because of rubble on 4s, and only a single one, that's bad. Strength toughness 2+, yeah, one of them is down, and there's no need for break test. Then we'll shall I do low energy 4+ shot so that I won't have to recharge on a 4. No, it scatters, hopefully not hit and misfire. 6 somewhere over there. No, it's gone, it's off. So, and then we've only got the pop-up attack from this one left. Oh, so it'll hit these over there with the shuriken cannon, but only on a 4+, I think. Shuriken cannon on a 4+, no. And it's got another heavy plasma gun on medium energy into them on a 4. Yeah, this time I hit, so let's say 1 and the other one on a 4+. No, so one guy gets a strength 7, is 2+. Yeah, one of them is down as well. Oh, not many models killed, 2 to be honest, but that's the end of the regular turns. Now we've only got the magic phase left, 2 dice because there are 2 psychers still, 6 cards. The first will be dealt to me. So, I'd like to do guide. I'd like to use guide on him because he's recharging and I think you can't fire a recharging weapon with 1 force card.
But do you want to shoot a heavy weapon?
Yeah.
I think then you have to use 2 force cards.
Okay.
You have to read the card, but I'm not sure. But I think if you use a basic weapon, it's 1 force card, and a heavy weapon, 2 force cards. But I'm not sure.
Yeah, 2 force cards are necessary to fire an ancient, a heavy, or support weapon. So then I expend 2 force cards.
Okay, try to nullify it.
On a 3+ because you're level 4 and I'm only no.
Okay, then you can shoot.
Okay, then we are going to
hits automatically.
target them with my twin blade shuriken cannon, which is, if I'm right, 4 dice, first 2 dice, 4, 10 hits.
Winding Shuriken Cannon.
No, it's only got 2 dice. So let's say
So 4
5
hits.
out of the 10.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
5 into them, but they should be strength toughness 2 plus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3 are down. Say 3 utmost. Okay. And that's everything I can do so far.
Then I'd like to play Displacement
Mhm.
with 2 force cards.
Okay, I'll let you have it.
Okay. And that's my last power, which I do play. I remove them
Okay.
maybe after that, because I...
And I'll store 1 force card.
Okay. First turn of the Genestealer Cult, my Chimera went out of control and ended up on my utmost left flank. So I decided to go with him and on Overwatch, so that at least his less multi-laser can shoot if Marcus tries something stupid. My both Brute Brothers ran as fast as their legs carried them towards the enemy. My Genestealer were displaced behind the wall, and the rest remained inside the wood. The neophytes ran towards the enemy, and my Brute Brothers on top of the hill. The guy carrying the heavy stub gun is the only one who can shoot, and he shoots at the Guardian Squad,
Okay.
hitting on 4+, which he failed. So that's the end of my shooting phase. So the
Psychic phase.
psychic phase.
Oh,
is
that's a
11.
lot. 11 cards. And Alex is lucky because it's an uneven amount of cards, so he'll get an extra card.
So a little bit risky, but I think I'll try to do Psychic Duel. So both players roll a d6, and at their mastery level, the player with the highest total wins the duel and draws a psychic power out of the mind of the loser.
Okay.
The winner can immediately choose a psychic power card at random from the hand of the losing player and discard it for the remainder of the battle. If the 2 scores are equal, the duel is a draw and has no effect.
Okay, so roll.
And I will play it with my
Your higher one.
as opposed level 4.
Okay.
So let's say with the Patriarch. Oh, it's only 2. Oh, it's
I've got
so
4 and 3, 7.
So you can choose the card and it's
Yeah.
discarded. Okay, then it's your turn.
Okay, this time I'd like to use 2 force cards on Guide once more. And
To nullify?
okay. And I'd like I'd like to use the heavy plasma gun full power on him.
Okay, auto hit.
So auto hit. The template should cover the same as last time. The
Okay,
track.
4+ for hull.
Yeah.
4+ for turret.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to start?
Let's start with the track once more. I've got 3, 4, and 10. 14 is nothing, not even from the side.
Turret.
And turret from the front. Alex turned it. Now we've got 16. No, it's a brave little tank.
Okay. Then it's my turn. Then I think I play Energy Drain.
Okay. So all of
To
our
discard all cards.
cards
The psychic phase
are gone.
comes to an end.
So, after these many cards,
Okay, so
I think
it's your
demonic
turn.
demonic attack, and the others are inbound before too long. Okay, we are back after my second turn, and as you can see, this one daringly skipped from slow to combat speed, moved a large distance, and was successfully fired at by this one. Alex got 2 shots versus the crew, both of them on the driver. One of them was a 1 for 2 wound, the other one was miraculously saved by a 6 for the mesh armor. And 2 hits. One didn't penetrate, the other one penetrated, but I bought ablative. Okay, what else did I do? They will leave their Overwatch in order to fire 3 times into the advancing horde of Brute Brothers. My Dreadnought can't do anything because his heavy plasma gun is recharging. They remain on Overwatch. The Warwalker, whereas, will use both of his weapons against the guys atop of the hill. And they went on Overwatch because they have to, kind of to deal with the
very heroic
instant inbound horde of Chitin. So, let's start with shooting. First of all, the 3, but only on 4s, Guardians into the advancing Brute Brothers with their shuriken catapults on 4s. 1 hit, 1 sustained fire dice, 2 hits. Strength toughness 4 versus probably 3.
Different ones or on?
2 different ones. 4 versus 3 should be, I think, on 3s. So one of them is dead because it's at -2. No great performance so far. Then we've got this one, which might be quite capable of doing some damage. First of all, we've got 6 shots on 4s into them. On 4s. Last time I was unlucky, I only had 1, and now I've got 4, and their strength toughness 2+. So at least 3 of them die, I don't care which ones. And then the heavy plasma gun will fire on medium energy into them as well. On a 4, last time it scattered, yep, and this time it will probably scatter as well. Let's say it was this one. 6 over there, nothing happened. So, I think that's the end of my shooting, and we've only got the psychic phase to be done. Six. So no extra card for me. 1, 2, 3. So this time I won't do anything for the beginning, I just do on my first card.
The Magus has a 4 staff, so can you store 1?
3, okay. I think. 1 for the sword, 2 for the axe.
Can I store 1?
Yeah.
Okay, then it's finished.
Okay. And that's the end of my second turn.
Okay, second turn of the Genestealer Cult. The first Brute Brothers remain stationary in order to use their autoguns and their stubble against the Eldar in the forest, whereas my close combat focus Brute Brothers ran towards the enemy.
Yeah, they need to get to grips.
My Tarantula get into 2 inch of the forest so that it can potentially shoot if it has something which it can see. My 2 army commanders remain in the wood, as well as my Genestealer behind the wall getting hidden there. And my neophytes ran towards the enemy, and those remain stationary because they can't do anything.
So it's shooting, and we've got the first shot fired from
the Stubber can shoot.
the mighty tank. Yeah.
Because last time he missed. Okay, maybe last action he does, he tries to use his mighty laser once more, but only on 5+ this time because of the distance. The
already paid out at 80 points.
To hit, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the
into the 3 of them over
hitting
there.
on 5s only.
Yep.
So 3 of them hit with autogun. So maybe
Strength
4+
3 versus toughness 3, I think so.
So 2 wounds.
Okay, so probably 2 dead because I've only got. Does it make? Is it -1?
I don't know. Basic weapons, autogun.
The autogun.
Maybe not.
No, but you get +1 to hit at up to 12 inches. So I've got 2 times my 5 plus mesh armor. One is dead.
And then my stubber hits also on a 5. No. Failed to hit. No. Heavy stubber over there against those Eldar. No. Failed to hit. And that was the end of the shooting phase. And the psychic phase comes around the corner with 6 warp cards.
I was tempted to use the expression winds of magic, but
I have to discard the warp card, I think.
Okay.
No, sorry. So next turn is your turn.
My third is next.
Okay, so I will just store force cards. I will don't do any psychic power this time.
Okay, I think he's recharged by now. And then I'd like him to use his heavy stuff once more onto the tank. 2 force cards for guide on the dreadnought.
Nullify this time.
And a 3.
No. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you did it because you've got.
Yeah.
Then we can end it.
Good. Okay.
And that's the end of your second turn.
Okay, third turn of the Genestealer Cult. My Brute Breath once again ran forward and were shot to pieces by the Overwatch Eldar. My Genestealer were teleported here in the end of my last psychic phase, and now I were able to charge into the Guardians. They used the Overwatch but failed to move, and the other squad used the Overwatch and I think killed 2 or 3 of the Neophytes.
Yeah.
Okay, then I can only shoot them. Maybe we stay here with the Stubber against the Warwalker. Yeah, it hits.
Okay, now we've got, I think, 2 sustained fire dice.
4 hits.
4 hits. Let's see where you hit. 1 and 2 is the legs. 3 and 4 are the weapons. And 5 and 6 are Eldar or engine.
Okay, let's check for the Eldar 2 times.
He's got a power field.
Power field, so strange toughness. Yeah, would be 2 hits.
Would be
2
enough. And now we've got 2 power fields. Yeah.
And then the legs, but maybe
I don't think you can score 18.
With the heavy stubber.
I think it's rather.
It's 18? No. Okay. Then this was the stop gun, then the multi-laser once more, trying to hit the Viper. No. Except it gets a +1 for short distance. Oh yeah, it gets a +1 for short distance.
Okay, so you've got your dice.
So hit,
And finally, I think this time it's gone.
5 times.
And no chance for 3 turns. It's really a mighty vehicle you've captured.
So 1, 5, 5, 5, 6.
Okay, let's look it out. So, 1 and 2 are no, not legs, it's the wrong one. 1 and 2 are crew. Okay, crew ones. And 4 to 6 are Viper.
Okay, crew
let's
1,
roll for the
2,
crew.
3,
Strength
survival.
toughness.
Oh, it's the gunner.
Okay.
Strange toughness. Yeah, it's a 4.
So on a 6, no. So the gunner is down.
Then 4 times. The Viper itself is the D6 plus D4 plus 6.
And this time it's from the rear, let's say.
And I need a...
You need 10.
Okay, that is exactly 10.
Okay.
No, 12. Even
Okay,
12.
so you're through.
So 1 time through. That's 6 plus 4 is 10, 12. Second time. 6 plus 6 is 12.
Third punctuation.
And 7 plus 6 is 13. So
Okay,
4
now
times
please
through.
roll 4 once. And I think
6
that's
is
enough.
4,
Yeah.
it's a miscast. Oh no.
Okay.
It's a
The
miscast.
Viper's fuel catches fire, killing the crew. The flaming wreck hurls out of control next turn and explodes, showering wreckage all around and causing D3 strength 8 hits without -3 saving throw modifier. Only if I get into the forest and kill his army commander. it might have been worth it. But the shooting, well, the armor penetration was incredibly bad. Okay.
Okay, that was my shooting. Then we have first time close combat, I think.
Yep.
Should I roll or?
Yeah, I've got brave guys. They can parry.
Okay.
They've got 2 attacks.
Let's do the first one.
First one, two Genestealers at each of them.
Two.
Yeah. Okay, 2 ones from you.
2 fumbles.
You've got 13 charging 14. And I've got 3 plus 4 is 7, 8, 9. Can you please re-roll 1-6? Now you've only got 13 versus my 9.
So 4 hits.
So you nearly die. Yeah.
First
Okay.
one's down.
I think he's
we
dead.
moved him after
Yeah.
the battle. Then the second close combat. First Genestealer, double 6.
Re-roll 1-6, please. Maybe it's a 1.
No.
Nearly.
So 13, 14.
I've got 7.
14, that's 7 hits. Killing on boost.
Okay, I think he's down.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the third one, maybe you've got 4 ones, so then you shine
6s.
like a diamond. Re-roll 1-6, please. Okay.
13, 14, 15.
And I've got 8.
15, that's 7 dice. Once more.
He's dead as well.
2 plus. Yeah.
So, okay,
And
3
the last
out.
one.
Yeah, already dead.
Ooh, 2 ones.
No,
6.
already
Roll
dead.
6.
3 out of your 6 can do a follow-up.
The fourth one.
No, there is no 4th one, because only
so
3 are engaged.
Okay.
So 3 out of your 6 Genestealers can do a follow-up
Take
move.
a break test
You'll have, yeah.
because it's important
And
for my
if,
mission.
yeah, it's 8, they passed, but you
Okay.
forced me into 1, and for every 3 I was forced into, you get a victory point as well.
Okay, then we'll back. No, we have the psychic phase.
Yeah.
We do the follow-up moves later. So
10. A lot of stuff. Should have had these many cards in the beginning.
I think I can't do anything good because now they're out of range for the teleportation. Oh no, you can displacement play on... Oh, that's crazy. You can play it... there's no range
Okay.
restriction on the displacement thing.
That's bad, of course.
But I think it doesn't make sense because they're now a little bit... Oh, come on, let's play energy drain so all cards are discarded.
So you're lucky because I would have had demonic attack.
And this one? Okay,
And that's the end of your 3rd turn. Okay, Alex and me have just been discussing how many rounds we'd play, and we've decided on this being the final turn, the 4th round. So we're back after my 4th movement. As you can see, our great Viper disappeared without causing any damage. I would have hoped for it to go into the forest and explode, dealing several strengths, 8 hits.
But I think it went exactly straight forward and crashed to the ground.
Okay, they will shoot everything they can. 2 of them turned to shoot into one of the Genestealers over there. And then we've got 3 close combats later on. And we've got them, they turned, so 3 of them will shoot into the Genestealers, whereas 2 others will shoot into them. Ooh, I think it's victory points wise concerning our mission cards. It's really bad for both of us at the moment. Alex forced me into my 2nd test, the terror test for the
test.
Genestealers. So he got 2 tests out of me, and I think at the moment I don't have many victory points.
I have to slay 1 more Eldar, then you have to take another break test, and that will grant me 1 victory point.
That will do that for sure, and probably get many victory points for the vehicles. Okay, so let's do some shooting, starting from right to left from my point of view. 3 shuriken catapults into them. Come on, baby. Only 1 hit, if I'm right. Because they're more. So, 1. Come on, make a 3. Make me happy. No, it's only 1. And that's bad because no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's got a squad with more than 50%.
If I ran forward in my last turn,
which might go over there, so deny me a victory point for
but
this.
it's still 2 psychic
quarter.
phases, so there are a lot of tricks in the Eldar sleeve.
Okay, then we've got the flamer over there, and I think this time we've got the buddy over there. Strength toughness 4+. Yep, he's down.
So completely destroyed.
And then, which is really interesting, into the Genestealer over there on a 2+, my Omni Commander. Come on, baby, I did it. Strength toughness only on 5s. Yeah, I did it, but you've got, I think, a 5+ save. Yeah, and you did it.
Cool.
And then we've got him on a 4 to hit. No. And then, now we need every shuriken. Every shuriken possible.
Those 3 Eldar have turned in that way that they can only see the Genestealers.
Okay, baby.
So 4+ to hit.
On 4s, come on.
So 1 hit.
1 hit only, and now I'm dead, I think.
And now a jam. No, 2 hits.
2 times 4
different
versus
ones?
4. Yeah, 2 different ones.
Okay.
2 times 4+, only one of them, but now it's -2, so he's dead.
Have no armor saves. So.
1 is down. And now we've got 2 of them on 3s into them. 1 of them. Come on, help me. No, it's a jam.
Well, don't have to put it here because it's the last turn.
Yeah.
Okay. That was the shooting, then close combat.
3 of them. Let's start over here. The first guy into the Warwalker.
Okay.
And he's probably dead. Yeah, if you don't roll 4 ones.
But I think I can fight with the Eldar because I'm inside the power field bubble.
Yeah, you can choose the location struck anyway.
But I think it doesn't make sense to fight with the Eldar because there's no power field then.
Yeah.
And I've got 4 attacks. Oh.
So that's a lot. You've got 7, 14.
13.
Charging.
No, it was follow-up move.
Okay. So
13.
it's 13. And I've got a weapon skill of only 3. Plus 6
2 attacks?
Yeah.
Wow, great.
Probably for the leg stomps.
Okay, 13 and you have 9.
Got 9. You've
So
got
4
4 attacks.
26 versus toughness 3 is 2+ to kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's dead and will fall down.
We have to check how it maybe falls onto the Genestealer even.
Yeah, that in fantasy giants can stumble and then
We
there's a
have
template
to,
for
maybe
crashing.
we have to read the
But I think it's just
result. Okay,
yeah. So he can do a follow up. Now we've got the close combat over here.
maybe let's do this first because I think it's not so difficult. with
Okay,
main
my
guardians.
guy. Yeah. 1-1. Can you please reroll the 6? Okay, it's still
5
too
and
much for
fumble.
me. I've got 8, 9.
I've got 7 plus 5 is 12. So
Got
3
3
times,
Strength
2
toughness,
plus.
2 plus.
So, yeah.
Twice dead.
Then break test
You
once
can do
more.
a follow up. Break
It's my
test.
3rd break test today, so I get 1 victory point.
9 is okay because of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got 9.
Okay, then the last
Lucky.
close combat.
And now it's getting more interesting. The first
You fight with your
sword guy.
guardian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, I've got 6 and 3 is 9 and yours is 10.
Charging. You charge
11.
11, so I got only 11 as well.
But you've got a high initiative, so you've got 1 strike.
Initiative 7. Yeah, killed.
Strength toughness, 1 is down. Okay.
And the last one. Reroll.
Yep. And I've got
So 5 and 1, basically.
additional dice by now.
Okay, the fumble is cancelled out.
I've got 9. I think he was already in close combat.
Oh, he charged. Both
Oh, he
guardians
charged?
charged.
Okay, now he's got 9 charging 10. Second attacker 11.
I've got 7 plus 1 is 12, so 1 hit.
One hit.
No.
Oh,
he's
one
alive. That's
remains.
great.
That's great.
Yeah.
And now we've got a lot.
Then your Dreadnought.
Dreadnought has by now 5 attacks.
Oh, 2 6s and no 1.
1, 2,
He
3,
can't
4,
parry.
5.
That's good for me.
Yeah.
So 14 in total,
Mhm.
but he didn't charge.
No 1. Oh, I just wanted to say no 1. That's great, but now I've got 1. So I've got 6 plus 6 is 12.
Plus
13, 14 for being the second attacker.
14. I've got 13, 14, 15.
Okay,
So 1 hit.
1 hit. You can choose where you strike. Probably legs is easiest.
But I think I have a lot of dice now
Yeah.
because I've got a strength of 6.
Strength 6 is an additional, I think, D12 even.
So I have
You've got D6 plus 6,
6.
and now you've got a strength dice
D12.
of D12, I think.
Okay, then I choose the legs.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's not
So you're
17, 23.
Yeah, you're through.
Ablative?
So no ablative, he's got reinforced, which won't help.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you can roll what happens.
Oh,
And
6.
6 is a lot. Yeah. The leg is blown off and the dreadnought crashes to the ground. It may not move or attack for the rest of the game and is effectively destroyed.
Oh.
So congrats, you've destroyed all of my 3 vehicles. That's probably the end of the battle.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was really lucky with my last dice roll that I rolled 2 6s.
Mm-hmm.
Because your guardians were even better. I think I struck the first one only because of the high initiative, because it was a draw.
Yeah.
Okay.
All my
But it's
points
still...
for quarters are lost.
Yeah, but it's still
Mhm.
psychic phase, so don't underestimate the Eldar psychic phase.
So, 2 dice because 2 are still alive.
Oh, that's not
But
good.
ultimate force as well.
1,
If demonic attack
3,
won't appear.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cards in total. Oh my god. Let's see what I have. That's important, so I've got 2 nullifiers, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, first of all, I want one of them to try Shuriken Catapult, because this will be an auto hit with guide.
With guide.
Mhm.
With 1 force card.
Yeah.
Yeah, try to nullify it.
Okay, on 3.
Yeah.
You're lucky. Okay, now you.
Basically, I can really try to move the Genestealers closer to his army commander,
That's a problem. Yeah.
because I've got this for displacement. It's really interesting because there's no range on the card, so the psychic power enables the psychic to transport a friendly squad in any directions. Oh, I can basically use it. Maybe. But there's 1 close combat. I think I can move the other Genestealers out of the close combat.
Okay.
That's
sure
a difficult.
about this
Well, maybe I can't do that. Then I do nothing because the.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll spend my last 2 force cards on Executioner.
Okay, try to nullify it once more.
Yeah. On 3.
No. Okay, against 2 is a range of 18.
And just on, if I kill one of them, they might have to do a break test and fail it.
If you kill 1, not because 1 out of 6 is not enough.
But there's another one even. Yeah, it's even more. But
I
this will
forgot.
have
Okay, sorry.
squad currency. But it's not enough to force them into break test, so I will do it against them.
1 Genestealer, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great power, I think, Executioner, because...
Nothing can happen to me even if I fail against the Genestealer.
Okay, let's... Ooh, a 1 and a 5.
1, 5. Re-roll, please.
1, 5?
Maybe it's a 6. Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes
Okay.
you aren't. And you've got at least 12. And I've got...
Oh, one
That's bad.
is fumble. I think I want the close combat.
Yeah. So it just goes back and...
But I think you use 2 force cards, so you can do another close combat, I think.
I've already invested 2.
Yeah, but I think you
Okay.
can... you have to read the card, but I
so then
think
let's
you
try
can...
once more.
The more force cards you spend, the more close combats you can do. I think even against the same
Yeah.
enemy unit.
Yeah. Okay.
You can
so
once more fight. Okay, let's see what the Genestealer
But
do.
this time you're better. Please reroll the 5. And I've got only 4 plus 6 is 10. Charging is 11.
I have
so
11
you
as
would-
well.
I've got an...
Initiative 7.
No, you would have 1. So jumps back once more without any effect.
Okay, I do nothing as
Yeah.
before.
And that's the end.
Of your psychic phase.
My final turn. Yeah.
Okay guys, last turn of the game, and my remaining troop brothers move inside the enemy quadrant and shoot a volley of the autoguns. And my special warrior card, which I got because of my special issue is the famous warp jump. And because it's the last turn of the battle, and normally maybe I wouldn't have used it because I killed all his vehicles, but yeah, I tried to use it. It works same as a teleport.
So once more, the perfidious, insidious Genestealer Cult has
acquired some really arco tech from the Imperium.
The last trick.
So I rolled a scatter dice. On a hit, I will be directly in the close combat. On a error, we have to roll further dice.
Yeah,
okay, it's a hit. So he's
already
teleported in close combat. He doesn't count as charging, is mentioned on the card.
Okay.
And 2 Genestealer closed in on the poor Eldar Guardian.
Yeah, the remaining one.
And the 2 Neophytes clashed into the in the undamaged Guardian squad. Okay, let's do some shooting first.
Yep.
This guy has a stopper, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times.
On 5s.
On 5s with the auto guns. So 1 hit.
1 hit, strength toughness for plus. Yep.
Yes.
And we've got a 1, 5 plus save. No, one of them is down. And now you've got your heavy stubber.
No, he moved. He's a moved
Okay.
I think he can't shoot. Okay, then we can go on to the close combat. Because
I think they're wiped out for sure.
so let's start here with the 2 Neophytes. We see them, I think, the first time in close combat in other battle reports. They were always shot to pieces before they get in touch. So they have a weapon skill of 4, which is quite nice.
Yeah.
And have 1 attack each.
Unfortunately, none of them attacked the leader, which would have had a power sword at least.
But I have a PS, a power sword.
Yeah.
And less pistol. Okay, they have 2 attacks. So Marcus equipped them right potently. So 6 and 2.
And I've only got 3 plus 4 is 7.
So I've got 10 charging 11. So
I've got
4
7.
times power sword.
Yeah, still for sure.
Okay, first one is down. And the second attacker. So 5 and 1, so it's 9, charging 10.
I've got 7, 8. So you've got 2 hits with your power sword and 2 plus. He's dead. And now I'm forced to use a break test. Yeah.
It's the 4th
Luckily.
break test.
So 1 victory point for you.
Yeah. Then here. First Genestealer.
Reroll the 4, please.
Really?
Maybe I'm
Sure.
lucky. Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
so
I've got 6, 7, 8.
13, so a lot of hits.
Just some minor scratches. Okay, he's down.
Completely worked out. That's great. And then the final countdown between 2 army commanders. That's really an interesting clash of commanders.
Yeah.
But the Patriarch is only as potent as a Genestealer, so weapon skill 7 and 4 attacks, but he causes fear.
So, that's the 5th test I'm forced to do on 9. Yeah, I got 6 and 2 is 8. And now you can
It
roll
didn't fail a
first.
single test?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no, no 6, no 1.
Reroll 1 of the 4s, please.
Come on, 6.
Okay.
So 4 plus 7 is 11 because it doesn't count as charging the warp jump.
And I've got 6 plus...
Ooh.
6 plus 6 is 12, and you get 1 from me.
I have 12 as well, but he's only got an initiative of 6.
I've got an initiative 8, so I hit with my power fist.
Yep.
But this one only does 1 wound. Strength toughness 2 plus.
So 1 wound.
Yeah, 1 wound for you, and
Okay.
you'll survive.
That's the end of the close combat phase. Then on
Yeah.
to the last psychic phase. Maybe you could slay him in his execution.
Maybe. Yeah.
So 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But you rolled really bad. I think you won't roll that bad once more.
But maybe I can displace him out of close combat. Just to be sure. No, execution, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I think it's all out of range. No, don't do anything.
I just write 2 cards on Executioner.
Okay.
Okay, the first one, you've got 4 dice, I've only got 3. Please re-roll the 6. No, I think I wouldn't. No,
So it's 11
I
once
think
more.
I won't be able to harm you. Now I've got 11 once more. 1 strike with the power fist, strength toughness 2 plus. Yep. Now he's got
How
2
many
wounds,
does he have?
probably 4.
4. So
Yeah.
2 wounds
So,
left. So
unlucky.
next,
Yeah.
last combat of the game. Ooh.
Please reroll the 6.
Ooh. Ooh.
And I've got 11, 12.
I got 4 plus 7 is 11.
So 1 hit with the Power Fist once more.
Oh,
And at least he's down to a single wound.
That was not a good idea
Which
to jump into the close combat.
Which won't help the Eldar victory points wise, of course.
Oh, I think we'll back with a short conclusion. It was really a funny, interesting game. And let's see what the outcome was.
Okay, congrats, Alex, to
Thank
a
you.
spectacular victory. You scored 7 plus 1 victory points, 1 for your mission, whereas I only got 4 victory points and 0 for my mission. Well, once again, the army, which we kind of neglected when we were 16 back then, when Warhammer 40k 2nd edition came out, showed its talents. They've got lots of firepower, they've got lots of troops, they've got excellent close combat fighters, and they've got access to cool heavy armor combined with cool psychic powers from 2 races, from the Tyranids and the Imperium. And I think today, I was really unlucky when it came to magic and armor penetration, because I used most of my heavy plasma gun shots on this vehicle, which was really great in the end. Made me spend all of my shots on it without silencing the mighty cannon, which killed my 140 point Viper. And the other great thing was your Psyche, which allowed them to teleport twice. And this is what...
I think without the displacement psychic power card, it would be a really tough game for the Genestealer Cult, because the Eldar really covered the battlefield, turned it into a death zone with the shuriken catapult. So I think I would never have reached the enemy deployment zone with my Genestealer intact. But as Marcus mentioned, the displacement was really a great power, and it's really creative. 2 level 4 psychers on 1000 points, and they're rather cheap for the Genestealer Cult compared, if you mention a Chief Librarian or a Farseer, which quite exceed or surpass 200 points at least.
It was a good idea to have them remain inside the forest, because compared to a Terminator Chief Librarian with Terminator armor and a conversion field and stuff like that, maybe even with Iron Arm, the commander, the Patriarch, I think is quite vulnerable.
No, he's only
a 5+ save.
Only toughness 5.
Regular 5+ save, and then a single assault cannon shot.
No. Can tear into pieces. Yeah, but as you have seen, I think without the displacement card, it would be a severe loss for the Genestealer Cult, because in the first turn my Chimera was out of control and came to a permanent hold, and it was really lucky that Marcus failed to roll enough points for the armor penetration. So he used all his heavy plasma guns. Maybe it would be a good idea to switch at least 1 heavy plasma gun, maybe for Pride Lands, for less cannon, against more powerful against vehicles, because it doesn't have to recharge. So you spend every second turn recharging the heavy plasma guns. So maybe that was a little bit difficult in today's battle.
And another thing or piece of equipment which was great was your Tarantula, because it kept me inside. The Dreadnought, the Eldar Dreadnought, would have had a flamer in one Power Fist built in, a shuriken catapult in the other one. So if the Tarantula hadn't been there, I would have moved out and tried to kill off all of the simple advancing brute brothers.
They didn't shot once, but as Marcus said correctly, it really covers a great arc of the battlefield and denying Marcus to get into view of the Tarantula. Yeah,
thanks for watching. Thanks to Will Pullen for his great mission cards. And if you like the battle report, please leave a thumbs up. And if you haven't done it by now, please subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.
Catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.